constitutional expert Dr. Craig Prescott has said there is no point in having a very minimal coronation of King Charles III because of the energy crisis and the prospect of a recession in the UK. He told LBC's Nick Ferarri that while it was important to be mindful of the times, there is still a sense of if you are going to crown a monarch, you are going to have to do it properly because of the significance of the event. The coronation is expected to happen in the spring or summer of next year, with a ceremony less expensive than that of the late Queen Elizabeth II. Mr. Ferarri said, "We are going in for a tough winter. There is an energy bills crisis. There is a very real possibility that the country could slip into a recession. Does that, in some way, need to be seen or referenced in the coronation? Should it, in that way, not be quite as full of pomp and pageantry, or should you just ignore it because these times, obviously, come along so rarely, thank the Lord?" Dr. Craig said, "I think there is a sense that if you are going to do it, you are going to have to do it properly. I don't think there is any sense in really slimming it back to something very minimal." King Charles III is said to want a pared-down coronation respecting multiple faiths. Image, Getty. Queen Elizabeth II has now been laid to rest and period of nation mourning has ceased. Image, Getty. "I think you are going to have some spectacular element to it, that pomp, that circumstance, otherwise what is the point? At the end of the day, it is a ceremony and it needs to be an impressive ceremony. But you can be mindful of the times in which it takes place. That is what the monarchy needs to do more generally. So, it should sort of reflect the times that we are in. We will have to strike a good balance on that." Read more. Next up is King Charles I's coronation, inside Operation Golden Orb. Insight, Queen Elizabeth II's coronation will not be replicated in its grandeur for King Charles III. Image, Getty. There has been no official date set for the King's coronation, but The Telegraph, quoting royal sources, said last week that it would be in either the spring or summer of 2023. It was suggested that the ceremony will be shorter, smaller and less expensive than the last coronation in June, 1953. It is also believed that the coronation will be representative of different faiths and community groups in line with the wishes of King Charles to reflect the diversity of modern Britain. But Michelle Donelan, the Culture Secretary, said that no plans had yet been made for the coronation of the King, as she was pressed on whether the proceedings should be scaled down due to the cost of living crisis. Don't miss, King Charles biting his lips, a self-attack ritual to stop tears. Reveal, Union flags return to full mast as official mourning for Queen ends. Report, faultless, beautiful and moving beyond measure, says Carol Malone. Opinion, Michelle Donelan, the Culture Secretary, said that no plans had been made for the King's coronation. Image, LBC, trending. She said this morning, "We need to look at the plans on this, and obviously the palace and the King will have a great deal of input into this. We only just finished our period of national mourning, so we haven't done that yet, as you would expect. And of course, we will be considering everything, but we haven't made these decisions yet. We do want to give the nation a moment. When we look back at the coronation of Queen Elizabeth, it was a remarkable event where the country really came together. If you look back at the Jubilee, how much we did for that and how the country came together. And it can in many ways boost the economy as well. Rallying a community, bringing them together, is never a bad thing." Read next, magnificent ceremony will resonate through the ages. Leo McKinstry owns Windsor Castle. Inside the royal family's Berkshire residence, skater tackled after speeding towards Charles' car. Vid. British public have shown up tin pot anti-monarchist, says Alex Story disloyal towards his father. Piers Morgan blasts Harry over memoir.